Tell us, what year, so you've been there, what, 14 years?
I don't. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I really think you guys tricked me. I walked in the door and I saw McClure back there sleeping and drooling. I saw Charlie Ship snoring, and I saw Coach Walton being somebody trying to teach him how to use Facebook. I thought I was at a nursing home. So, but no, I think I've been at UMS for 14 years. So I guess I'm about as old as they are now. You know.
What, tell us a little bit about what you expected out of this year's team.
You know, last year we were really young, and young is never an excuse. You know, young is never an excuse. I think sometimes coaches use that as a crutch. You know, sometimes you got young players that are really good. Sometimes you got young players that need to learn how to play a little bit. And I think, you know, a perfect example of that for us was, you know, one night we go over to Williamson and win on the road, and then, you know, a week later we beat them by 24 points at home and find a way to lose, you know. And I think, you know, our crew just kind of had to learn how to endure some things and learn how to handle adversity a little bit better. And so I'm excited about what's ahead of us.
For a South region is a tough region to be in these days. You know, talk about how you prepare your girls for the rigors of being in 4A in the South region.
Well, quite honestly, you know, for us, our mission is to get better every day. You know, and you know, I guess most coaches would not be telling the truth if they said they didn't peek a little bit and see what's out there. You know, but for us, our challenges start in our own area, and you know, we like to play some folks that we feel like will help us or benefit us down the line. You know, but at the end of the day, it's about us. You know, somebody asked me, you know, who's our toughest opponent this season in our area, and our toughest opponent is us. You know, and again, just that example I gave, us playing Williamson in two different games. If we can get better every day, if we can be good teammates, and if we can improve every day, I think we'll be fine. You know, and so as far as the region and who's out there, I may peek at that in January.
Coach, talk about Sarah Elizabeth and what she means to the team.
Everything. Everything. No, she's, you know, we call her Seth. You know, she's one of those kids that she wasn't really a basketball player when she came to us as a freshman. You know, and she's kind of one of those kind of kids that every game, you know, you look at your assistant coach and said, we got to get this kid in the game more. You know, she's got to play a little bit more. You know, now by the time she's a senior, you know, hopefully I don't ever have to take her out of the game. You know, she plays hard. She plays as hard as any kid I've ever coached. Sometimes fundamentally, a little rough around the edges because she's not one of those kids that just, you know, play basketball. You know, she's stretched real thin, but she competes as hard as anybody, and she will give us a chance to be competitive on most nights.
Coach, we've seen some coaches before you. You mentioned earlier about youth not being used as a crutch, but when you have youngsters who are getting that much varsity experience, playing against varsity level competition, how does that benefit your younger girls? And I think you have one senior, that being Seth.
Yeah, we have one senior and two juniors. You know, so our whole crew is babies. But it's experience. You know, it's experience. And for us, those games are really compounded because I've only got a handful that play AAU either. You know, our kids, you know, his funny story and kind of going off your question a little bit. So Coach Knapp and I, we working on gym schedule. We got this team practicing and volleyball practicing and this practicing in middle school. And so we got the schedule worked out and says, okay, we're going to practice from 5 to 7. We got that solved. So now I look at my roster, who's going to practice, and I'm like, wait a minute. We ain't got enough to practice from 5 to 7. We got to bump our practice back from 4 to 6, so we have an hour to use some of those 8th graders, so we got enough to play 5-on-5, because half my crew's in volleyball. But going back to what you're saying, it's just, those games are compounded for us because our kids don't have a lot of those AAU games to learn from, or they darn sure aren't playing pickup. So what our kids traditionally get is what they get in practice and what they get in our games. And so it's invaluable to our group, to answer your question.
So, Coach, knowing that, you guys don't have a lot of time, like you just explained, so how fast are your guys, your kids picking up the system?
For us, we try and keep it real simple, but our kids are really bright. They're smart kids. They will do everything I ask them to do. And so for us, what we try and do is we try to build a system where we understand we ain't never going to see Gino or Emma in our gym. Okay, so we understand that. We get that. So we try and build a system where one player on defense has support. On offense, we're not putting the ball in one player's hands and say, make a play for us. We're trying to create something for them. So we try and take a simple plan and help them offensively, help them defensively, and then build on that, throughout the year. Sometimes you got teams, I've had teams, sometimes we had 30 sets. Sometimes we got a team have 4 sets. It really just depends on the group. But our kids pick up things really quick. And, official practice is Monday. Half my team's in volleyball. I might get them the following Monday. I might not. And then Tuesday, we got a referee scrimmage. It's kind of funny, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I called one coach about playing, and he goes, no, we got to practice. Coach is out there. We got to practice. I said, that is practice for us. We got to have another. That's what I'm saying to myself is we got to have somebody else on the floor to give us practice because we're not getting it in our gym amongst ourselves. We need to see LaFleur come in our gym or whoever we play.
You do the Christmas tournament every year. Who all is coming this year?
Well, we had to adjust the dates because the date Christmas fell on this year. It was a little awkward. So it's actually the first weekend in January. So it's a little bit tricky. But Coach McClure's coming over. We were able to work his schedule out. He's going to be over there for a couple days. We've got Spanish Fort coming. We've got Cottage Hill coming. We've got Pensacola Catholic coming over. And I'm just kind of drawing a blank. St. Luke's. So it's a good field. It's a good competitive field. Mostly Mobile schools. But for us, it'll be fun and competitive group. And Coach Knapp's got a little different feel for him. Cross country time.